Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making a baked ziti, so stay tuned and let me show you how. You want to begin by bringing a large pot of water to a boil. Now once it is boiling, that is when you add your salt and then your pasta. And also you guys, you want to undercook it by about 2 minutes. That way it does not fall apart on us because we are going to be baking this later on. And also once it is actually like almost done, that is when you want to go ahead and reserve about 1 cup of your pasta butter. You want to do this towards the end, that way it is super starchy and it thickens our sauce. And I know I normally like to have my pasta ready right about the same time as our sauce, but in this case I like to do it first. That way it allows it to completely cool, and again it does not fall apart on us later on. Now in a separate skillet, add a little bit of olive oil, and I am using an Italian salami, but you can use any type that you like, you guys. Even pepperoni works awesome. Just go ahead and get it nice and crispy and then remove it. And our same pan, I did go ahead and I started adding my ground beef, and I just like to try to spread it out a little bit and then just kind of, you know, flatten it out and allow it to form like a thin crust on the bottom. So you want to allow that to cook by about 3 minutes before you start mixing it up. Also at this time is when you want to add your onion. I use half of a yellow onion, but you can also add yellow. Even purple is gonna work, you guys. I've done it, it works perfectly fine. And if your kids say that they don't like onion, if they like spaghetti, they like onion, because all spaghetti has onion, you guys. So just go ahead and add it. They're not gonna know. Just go ahead and add it at this time, and then add your seasonings. I added 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning. You can also use just oregano, a pinch of crushed red pepper. It is not going to make it spicy, and some freshly cracked black pepper. You want to cook this until it is completely cooked before we start adding the rest of our ingredients. And also you guys, in regards to the fat, you want to go ahead and remove that. It is not flavor, it will just clog your arteries and it is not good for your family. So let's go ahead and take that out. If you bought super lean meat, good for you, then you don't have to do this step. So then like I said, once we are pretty much at the end, that is when you want to add your garlic. Adding your garlic in the beginning just burns it, you guys. So once it is fragrant, then we can move on to adding our whole peeled tomatoes. If you just want to use marinara, like canned marinara, just use 2 of those and you are good to go. But this step, you guys, oh my god, it is so good. I don't know, it just sweetens up the sauce. It gives it a fresher taste. So if you want to take that extra step, I suggest going this route and begin by adding 1 can of whole peeled tomatoes, break those down a little bit, and then add 1 can of crushed tomatoes. You want to go ahead and season this. I added 1 full tablespoon of Italian seasoning, and yes, you guys, 1 tablespoon of sugar. That is gonna cut the acidity of using canned tomatoes. Now if you are against sugar, I mean, be my guest, leave it out. But I like it, and I'm pretty sure that you guys will like it too. So just go ahead and break down those whole tomatoes before we start simmering our sauce. And then towards the end, that's when I like to re-add our Italian salami that we crisped up, and also that cup of pasta water. That again is gonna bring all of our ingredients together, and it's gonna thicken up our sauce into a hearty sauce. Super delicious, homemade. And also I did have some parsley, so I added some of that as well, but if you don't have any, you're fine. So yeah, just give this a good mix. Make sure it is boiling, and then bring it down to the simmer. You want to cook this preferably, if you have about an hour, that is perfect. But if you're on a time crunch, allow it to cook for 30 minutes. And this is what you should be looking at once you are done. Super yummy, super hearty, and meaty. And you guys, this is so good for kids. I love doing this like as a like a weekday meal because there's always leftovers, and I don't know, this sauce just gets better like the next day. At this point is when you want to add in your ZITI pasta or whatever pasta you're using. And because it was, you know, cooked al dente basically, it is going to be they are going to stick together a little bit, but trust me, once it warms up a little bit, they're going to loosen up. But just try not to overmix because, again, we don't want it to fall apart. We just want to basically integrate the two. Then we can make our cheese mixture, which is 1 small container of ricotta, 1 egg, and some garlic powder, some Italian seasoning, and some freshly cracked black pepper. I do not add salt because we are using cheese later on. I added some freshly chopped parsley, and like I mentioned, we're adding lots of cheese. I added about 1 cup of freshly grated Parmesan. Now, if you do not have fresh, you guys just use the other kind. You're good to go. But I added about 1 cup, and cheese is salty, so again, no need to add the salt. Once you go ahead and finish doing that, just make sure that it's mixed completely. Well, I don't know why I'm so tongue-tied today. But yeah, just make sure that everything is mixed together, set aside, and then we can start assembling. Now, at the bottom of your baking dish, you want to add 1 thin layer of sauce. There is no need to butter this whole thing, you guys. That it's just, if you have a layer of sauce at the bottom, you're good to go. Baking dishes, they're designed to not stick, so you're fine. Add a layer of sauce, and then you can start adding half of your pasta and meat mixture. It doesn't have to be perfect, you guys. This is the bottom layer. Nobody's gonna see this. But yeah, you want to go ahead and add half of your pasta and meat mixture, and then we can start adding our cheese. And you guys, at this time, you want to start preheating your oven at 375. Just have that ready on standby. And for your cheese mixture, I just like to dollop it in. It's gonna be spreading on its own, so you don't have to worry about making it look too perfect. I just did about 6 full big dollops. Use half because we're gonna be using the other half on the top, and then added some shredded mozzarella cheese. Now you can go ahead and shred it yourself. It is gonna melt a lot better. But if you want to buy the store-bought kind, the one that's shredded already, that one is also good. And I like to add some fresh Parmesan on top because why not? They taste different. Mozzarella and Parmesan are different, you guys. So once we do that, we can add our second layer. And yeah, you just want to go ahead and make an even layer. So I like to do like the edges first and then start dolloping in the rest of our ricotta mixture. Now on the top, I like to do the dollops a little bit smaller just because it is going to spread out, but you know, you do want to make it a little bit pretty. I like to decorate my food. I don't know, I just get so happy and so proud when it looks beautiful. Because I always tell you guys, people eat with their eyes. And your family likes to feel special, so make it nice for them. You want to add the rest of your mozzarella. I used about 2 cups of that, not gonna lie, and I'm not ashamed. So add the rest of your shredded mozzarella, and of course some more Parmesan. Just make sure every inch is covered. That way your pasta does not burn and it could look like this. Yeah, you want to go ahead and bake this for about 35 minutes. And yeah, once it's nice and crispy and golden, this is what you should be looking like. Allow it to cool down for about 15 minutes. Then you can add your garnishes. I like to add some extra Parmesan, because why not? I added a little bit of fresh parsley, and then we are ready to serve. And you guys, this makes about I want to say 6 to 8 full servings, super hearty, and I promise you, your family is gonna absolutely love it. And check out the cheese pull on this one, you guys. My spoon was crumbling, so you might want to use a spatula for this. But yeah, it's super yummy, and this reheats wonderfully. I'm sure that you guys are gonna absolutely love it. And I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit subscribe, like, leave me a nice comment, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.